present you with Ramy. Ramy is from Lebanon, and he has been working with me as my assistant. So he comes to us with different approach to Thai massage, adding in the sports massage angle, having worked with athletes, professional athletes of different sorts in Lebanon. So I'll let Ramy introduce himself and tell you more about what we're doing today.
I hope you all had a good breakfast. As Giselle just said, I'm from Lebanon. I am based in Taekwondo, which is a South Korean martial art. And most of my work is with athletes, dancers and such. So basically all of them are big muscle, big bodies, kind of hard to reach. You really need to get into the muscle, like deep tissue, most of my work. So, well, first of all, I started in Thai massage in 2013. This is the first time I came here into Thailand when I started to study the first time. Actually, it was my physiotherapist who kind of pushed me because, well, he thought there was something in there. So I was having a very bad ankle injury, which had to go through a long process of like 8 months of physiotherapy, 2 months of rehab. And, well, this is when he started to push me and like, why don't you go outside, try to find yourself, try to see what you can do, because, well, I always was like, how can I help other athletes like me? I mean, I take it upon myself as a person who was an athlete who had many injuries. I want to help people just the way other people help me. And so we talked about Thai massage, came over here, then came 2 or 3 years after as well. I have like 7 licenses in Thai massage. I studied in Sunshine mostly. With Giselle, as she also said, we all talked about your story with Cam. Unfortunately, I did not have the chance to study with him and was supposed to do this here. But, well, things goes the way they go, right? Anyway, so I had the chance to meet Giselle though, and we will work together a small workshop. She came into Lebanon. We have 9 new practitioners there, developing more and more. And, well, things are growing. And I had the opportunity to come here and meet all these beautiful people with all their knowledge, sharing, poking at each other's brain. So, you can see the word plexus here. I also studied plexology, was a doctor, physiotherapist in Lebanon, and multidisciplinary techniques. I stayed for like a year with them, almost studying this kind of.
Sorry, did you say plexology?
Plexology.
Okay.
So, as plexology goes, basically plexology is a work that we do on plexuses. As most of you know, we have what is a plexus? Let's start with there. So a plexus is basically like we can consider it as a junction box of nerves. As we know, the spine has all the nerves that are coming out, spreading out through our body. So the plexus is basically like a junction box. This is where everything comes in before it spreads out of the body. So basically, let's start with the plexuses themselves. We have 5 main plexuses that we use. You have the cervical, you have the brachial, the solar plexus, the lumbar plexus, and the sacral plexus. What we do here usually is we are using specific points around these plexuses in order to radiate the word around the arms, the legs, the back, the head. For example, we have someone who broke his arm. You can't really reach, you have a cast going from here to here. So how am I supposed to work the wrist, for example, through this, well, plastic mold or whatever the doctors use. So basically this is the brachial plexus. One of the main plexuses we use is basically the brachial and the cervical. These are the 2 most plexuses that we use within our work. As you can see, we are working on basically the arm here, 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 and here. What we are working on is on the spine. For example, C5, 6, 7, 8, and T1. Down here. And from this point, you can actually work on all the arm without actually having to touch the arm itself. So basically, a person in a plastic mold or whatever you get reaching, you can actually be working on his neck or on his vertebrae in order to reach it all around the body. Brachial plexus is one of the main ones that we use, especially specifically for shoulder pains, and well, you can see the points yourself all around the arm. Cervical is mostly used for more like around the head, the neck, and you can also use that to radiate around the body. I see you have some bandages there. Should I be worried? You have bandages there. Should I be worried?
Oh, no, just new sandals.
Breaking them in, huh?
Yes.
So basically, I don't know if you guys can see. Want to get closer maybe a little bit? I'll try to stand a little bit here, so you guys can see. So basically, well, unfortunately, with Western medicine, instead of trying to solve the problem, we're just trying to, well, in my country, we say we try to glue everything together just to make it whole. As long as it looks like it's holding, it's fine. We're still not fixing the problem itself, we're just making it look like we did. So basically, the ankle of Lucy, or Coach Lucy, was basically around here. So, ankle bracelet all the time, and the foot is still shifting in and in and in, which basically does not just affect this. We're getting all this effect that's radiating up to the body. This is like what I like to call the box theory. Well, what is the box theory? The box theory basically is the effect that any injury might have on a body. So, let's say, I can show myself here. You're standing still, everything is fine, feet rounded. So, suddenly, problem with the ankle. You're not going to be able to walk well, unconsciously. First of all, you're using the other leg to support this one. And then you have this that's shifting here. This is going to shift like this. That's going to shift there. Unbalancing your hips, and sometimes even going all the way up. So, sometimes one of my clients, well, I don't have a testimony from him, actually came to me once with a problem in the shoulder. And he told me, like, I'm going to physiotherapist, I've been to 10, 15, 20 sessions. Still, I get the treatment, I feel better. A couple of days later, I'm back. Same problem, same pain, not less. Started working with him, I told him, well, we can try to see how the session goes. This is usually how I work. I tell them I don't give specific number of sessions. I'd rather see how the body reacts to my treatments, because everybody's different. Even twins, they have different body structures, they have different DNA, everything is different. So you have to work on this. So we started working with him to see on the shoulder, and I started following it. Amazingly, following the fascia down here, he had a problem with the hips, going down to an old injury in his ankle.
Oh, wow.
So basically we started working down, following the basic injury, the main injury as we want to call it, until we were able to fix his ankle. 3 sessions, 4 sessions later, it was fine. But basically instead of working here, I was working on the ankle. As soon as I was able to fix the space and get it back into place, then I was able to climb up and fix the local problem that was there, that he came for originally. Which is so basically, as I say usually, lots of clients don't know what their problem is. Like he would come for you, like we said, again for a shoulder injury, and you would ask him, do you have other injuries? Did you have previous injuries? Like, no. You hand them the piece of paper, just fill it up. Do you have any injury before? Do you have any x-rays, scanners, whatever? No, everything is fine. Suddenly you're working, like, did you have a problem with your ankle? Yeah, a couple of years ago I had an accident and my ankle broke. Like, why didn't you just say that? Waiting for me to look for it. So, anyway, coming back to this. So basically what we're trying to do is getting this from here back into its original position, right? So, why is this like this? You have a muscle on the inside that's pulling. So this muscle pulls from here, this muscle is loose from here, which makes the ankle go twist. Alright? So basically what we need to do here, we go inside, we start releasing here, and we also start working on the other side. Because, well, everything has to be in balance. So you're releasing on one side, you're pulling on the other side. So you're strengthening this side, and we're going to release this side. Well, any technique could work, in Thai massage specifically. So, start first by releasing the ankle a little bit, just to give it some momentum and release. Going up along the lines. Going up along the lines, working on the side. Basically, usually I would rather work each part on its own. Like, I would be working this and this, then I'll start going upwards. Instead of just doing the whole inner leg and just going to the outer leg after that. So, working on here. Releasing the side, that's basically the one that's pulling, and here basically you want to trigger it. So we'll probably go for acupressure. Following the line as well, as Eduardo was telling us the other day, basically along the whole line you have trigger points everywhere. It's just about, some would work better than others, but basically whenever you press, you can find a trigger point. So it's better to, when you want to kind of, activate the muscle, it's better to use acupressure. So basically, you're not going to go for the same movement as you were going here. So here we were relaxing, we were basically going for more stretching, more kneading inside the muscle. As for here, basically you're going for acupressure. Taking deep breath, any position would do, whatever works for you. Some people maybe would rather put it on the side. This position if it's more comfortable for you. You can go for 2 fingers if you're working on a bigger muscle, bigger body. You want to go more deep, even more. You can use your whole body. Lift up, press down. You can go finger over finger.
So it feels like you're strengthening the muscle.
I'm triggering. I'm activating it. I'm activating the muscle because this muscle is basically the rest of the muscle because this is the muscle that's pulling. So here I'm relaxing the muscle that's pulling, and on the other side I'm triggering the muscle that's asleep because it's relying on the other muscle that's pulling. So this one's going to go lazy. So basically, what we're doing here, we're trying to trigger it, wake it up again. You can do the same thing on the other side. Again, depending on your technique. Some people maybe would rather go for open. Bigger bodies sometimes require lots of work, specifically since I'm a tiny guy. We can use your knee. Specifically when you're working with Taekwondo players, because, in Taekwondo, as most of you know, we use our legs mostly, so basically you have like huge thighs. So it's easier to just use the knee, point it, relax your body backwards, letting it sink in to the trigger points. Push it good.
I walked 30,000 steps yesterday, so this is so good.
No, it depends. Some people may be more sensitive, specifically if there's like maybe in competition or something. Sometimes the muscle is a little bit sensitive. Maybe you can go for a little palming. But as well, we're still triggering this. So we're not kneading into it, we're just giving it a press. Same concept, just using this type of leverage here, holding, arms straight, using this, just leaning back. No strength from my side. And trust me, that helps for a person in my side. Now working up with the knee. The problem that basically Coach Lucy had was she had a loose patella. It wasn't moving from its place, but basically there was always clicking from the inside. And whenever she's going upstairs or going downstairs, there's always this sort of clicking and sometimes this kind of lock that would not let her open her knee fully. So here, also went for acupressure points. three major points. You have the point right on the. Okay, if I move here. So here's the patella. We have trigger point here, right in the middle under this. Find the point. Relax. When you're gonna press, it's a knee. You don't want to press too much into it. It's gonna break. This is why mainly I try to use support, because if there's lots of space under it, you can actually get your client in more trouble than he already is, and that is not something you want to do. So instead of gonna press downstairs, I'm just gonna push a little bit down and just slide it up a little bit upwards. How does that feel? You feel warmth. You feel like, yeah. So basically she's going to feel like a line of heat going down under the patella directly, which is basically one of the hardest places to reach. Depending on the injury, depending how many breaths you need, and you go around. After that, like, just give it a little work here. Two other trigger points are basically at the corners of the patella, which reaches to two of the main muscles from the quadriceps. So basically, find the point here as well. Here as well, you're not pressing downwards again on the knee because you don't want to hurt that. So basically, you're kind of more pressing forward. Support the leg because, well, if I don't do that, there we go. This is going to move. So basically, support. If you feel you need more, again, you can use just one finger if you want to. It depends on the muscle as well. Sometimes you gotta go in there, so you'd rather go for one finger, or if you have enough space, maybe you can go for two, give a little more pressure. And do the same thing from the other side as well. Excuse me. The other corner of the patella as well, holding, steadying this, finding the points. In these, you might just want to sink in just slowly with your breath because you can't really jag it in there, specifically when you're working with joints. Is that more or less?
You do more.
You can do more. Always thirsty for more. Now done. Again, please. Now here it depends on the client and on the situation if you want to do some rotations or not, depending on the situation of the knee itself. This is something you really have to ask your client about because again, it's a delicate place, but most of the time you can do at least some little rotations just to give it help. Of course, you never go for releasing, just letting it snap. That's like a big no. Here you can just go, for example, for your tree pose. Continue, since we are already working at the edge here, so we are already working on the muscle of the quadriceps. So it also helps to just give it a little work again. You have your choice. Basically, I think you all have enough expertise about that. usually when we're doing something like this, it's always good to work both sides. Balance is key. So when I have a problem in one foot, I'm working this foot. Then I'm working the other the same way, and then I'm coming back to the same foot again. So I'm working the injured foot twice, and I'm working the other foot once. Because I can't just work on this one and not work on this one at all. Besides, whenever you have one limb that's hurt or is not in a good condition, you always have the second one that's stepping up to take some of the weight, some of the pressure. So this at least has stress in it, if nothing else. Just using my knee to block. Again, this is a good position for when you're working on a client that's much bigger than you. You're not carrying any weight, it's just he's carrying his own weight. I'm just using this to block, and I'm usually get to kind of help me counter so I can give even a better stretch and a deeper. There we go. There we go. Because again, when you're working with big muscles, you really got to get in there and you got to hit the deep tissue. Releasing, watching for the snap of the knee. There we go. Till we finish, we'll give it a little shake. Just to let it all sink in. Maybe give it a percussion. Speed percussion helps as well because the vibration goes deep into the muscle and helps it release. Now, basically I'm going to continue going up the way Coach Lucy was explaining what her problem is. So we started with the ankle, worked on the knee, and now we're going to work around the hips and to release the muscles. So one technique I like to use, again, specifically for, well, like I said before, I'm a tiny guy, so most of my clients are much bigger than me. So as you can see here, I'm not carrying any weight. I'm sorry, I have my back turned towards you. So basically I'm just rocking, working the sacral muscles. I can go up to the lumbar. All I'm using here is leverage. I'm not using any of my strength. Only my left. Release, give it a shake. Giving a little stretch to the lumbar area. And when you want to get out, just leverage on one side. Leverage on the other side, and here we go. Just give it a little stretch. also go for
So you had
Maybe
4
coach?
sessions with her, and then there
Coach
were
Lucy?
positive results.
Yes, in 4 sessions she was able to do deadlifts, and she actually, not long ago, she did the higher level of coach training. She was going a couple of days ago to tell me that. So basically in military training you do foxholes, you do deadlifts, you're walking on your knees, you're...
Can you illustrate that for us?
Yeah.
What she did?
Oh yeah, I think I have a video for after this. I'll just show it to you after I finish just showing you what I do. And again, you don't want the snap here, so basically you can look. This will help to release from here and here, and then release the lower abdomen. Basically, this is your core, where you keep most of your stress. Another way to release as well. I'm sure, I guess lots of you guys have already seen this before. This is a good way to start. Raise up. Let them. Releasing. And even from here, I can go for stomach massage. I want to release. Using your hands first. If we want to do the, if you want to work on chest as well. Exhale. Basically, from here you can reach anything. You can go up to shoulders, work on the arms. Excuse me. Here. Again, avoiding the snap of the knees. But let me show you a bit. It's just, actually this was sent to me not long ago. And this is Lucy now. As she said, after 7 months of being on crutches and giving classes sitting down, this is the result we got after only 4 sessions. Well, athletes can come in different forms. And to me, dancers are athletes as well. You might want to use a different technique. You might want to do something a little bit different. I also had the chance of working with lots of professional dancers. One of them, well, one of my oldest clients in different, everything is fine, feet grounded. So suddenly, problem with the ankle. You're not going to be able to walk well, unconsciously. First of all, you're using the other leg to support this one. And then you have this, that's shifting here. This is going to shift like this. That's going to shift there. Unbalancing your hips, and sometimes even going all the way up. So, sometimes one of my clients, well, I don't have a testimony from him, actually came to me once with a problem in the shoulder. And he told me, like, I'm going to physiotherapist, I've been to 10, 15, 20 sessions. Still, I get the treatment, I feel better. A couple of days later, I'm back. Same problem. Any questions? I'm all ears.
Very well. I have a question.
Yes.
So in yoga, the chakras are known as plexuses as well.
Okay.
Is there any, do you know if there's any
Like I said, I'm not into yoga, so I really
The solar
have no idea what
plexus
you're talking
would
about.
overlap.
solar plexus?
Yeah,
I think, yeah, you use most of the solar
and
plexus,
we
more
have
than the
those,
rest.
their plexuses of like nuns and everything.
We said if there are 5 plexuses, you have the cervical, the brachial, the lumbar,
The
and the
lumbar,
sacral.
yeah, the sacral,
And you have the
the
plexus, the
sacral.
solar plexus that you use.
Mhm.
I believe in yoga, you use the solar plexus the most? Use the
We
ground
started
plexus.
them, I guess they're all pretty equal.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well, they're also described as like networks of energy channels.
Yeah, maybe I explained it a little bit too physical. More.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a
It's
more
teaching about for the
scientific.
nerves, so yeah.
Mhm.
Because as we know, like the spine is the railway, where all the nerves are getting out, spreading out throughout the body. So basically, these are like little junction boxes where it all comes in, it spreads out across the body.
Same
This
thing.
is why working on this basically radiates around the arms, radiates around the sciatic area, and all that.
And so a plexology treatment would be
Trigger points.
around those plexuses.
Yes, in specific points.
And there's set points.
Around
Yeah.
52 points around the neck.
Wow. Cool.
Do you go based on feel where there's adhesion or something, or do you go based on a protocol? Okay, hit 1 through 10.
It's not a protocol, no. It's basically where you need to work. Where you feel. So yeah, if you want to work on this, you don't have to go through all the points. Sometimes you have to press just 1 point or 2 points, and that's enough.
Could you show us what some of the major points are?
Some of the
in
major
plexology?
points. All right, volunteer.
Down, exercise.
See if you can move the pillow. So usually, most of the things that we are using, we're using at the back, right? So as we said, the cervical plexus over here, and that's the brachial plexus radiating down to the arms, right? So as we said, like I said to show the picture first, you have the first plexus that goes from C1 till C4, and then you have from C5 until T1. These are basically the points you want to press.
And how much pressure are you using?
Depending on the case, depending on the problem, depending on the client. Some people might take a little bit more, some people need a little bit less, but sometimes even if they can't take it, you really gotta get in there.
Yeah.
So you stay until it's released?
Yes, you need to give it time. You can actually feel it releasing from under your fingers.
Wow.
All right, so let's say you have shoulder problems?
Yeah.
Which one?
Both.
Can you raise one up for me sideways? Is that it? You can't raise it, right?
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Have a little bit of rotation,
I
though.
get extreme range of motion, but I get like an impingement.
We have a little bit of rotation as well as you go up. Can you show me this one, please? Sorry. We're rotating. Try not to rotate. Try to go up. You can see the lock here.
Yeah.
One of the major points here. This is what we call the serratus posterius. This is the name of this muscle here. Basically, this is the muscle you are using when you are lifting your elbow over your shoulder. So basically, when you're here, this is where you're starting to use this. This is why when she was trying to get higher, she wasn't able because there's something jamming here. Well, what you can do, well, like I said, usually the doctors to go right in there. I would rather maybe just relax it a little bit. Even if it maybe takes 1 or 2 more sessions. I would rather have my client well rested and feeling good after I finish my session and not going out screaming my name. So here, basically, you can try to go with the thumb, or if you can also do that, you can try to go within the elbow. Specifically, if you're working on someone that's bigger with bigger muscle mass. Well, the thing with this treatment is that there's always pain. Where do you feel it?
How do you mean? Like, is there a referral or?
Just let me know
I
what you
feel like a line of the trap.
There's a line that's going down and down the arm.
No, like I just feel tension across
It's
underneath your.
It's gonna get there.
Can you do this laying down as well, or is this a seated position?
You can do it laying down as well. You can do it with forward or backwards. We can give an alternative in a bit. Because like sometimes it's a good question, because sometimes you're working with someone that cannot sit in this position for a long time, specifically someone who is not in yoga and such, so they're not used to this kind of position. You can lay them back. I'll just show you this variation in a bit. First, please. Now, about the variation we were talking about. Would you like to go back? No, I got you. This is one of my favorites, honestly, because, well, here you have the head that is rested. So you have the muscles over here that are loose, so I can actually work hurting her less. I can go for here. Maybe go for pressure points. I'm using my arm here, just locking it, and get forward. So as well, I'm just leaning forward. I'm not using any of my own strength. You can work both sides at the same time. Thumbs.
Are you pressing along the trapezius?
Around the trapezius. It's a little bit lower, actually. It's another muscle. It's just under it.
Is that still
And again,
the
this is the serratus. And from here, basically, you can see that you can reach anything, probably. From here, the arms, Jaoude. Can you tell what you think? Again, using my own body weight here. Just try to not to put too much tension on your skin. Pressure here, backs. As always, we try to be as polite as possible. From here, I can go up to the neck. Little neck massage here. Traction always helps. Pressure point at the base of the skull. Shampoo. And you can end with the face massage, all in the same position, without having to move around too much, which is something that you can try to avoid. Lots of people just don't like that. people just jumping over. Yeah. Pressure points for the face. Stretch. You can press the trigger point here, the one that you showed us the other day. And base of the skull. Other side. Yep. Basically, from this position, you can also reach almost all the points that you want to work in plexology. So, kind of blend it in with my Thai massage. Fix the ears. Almost done. Give it a rest. Please. Please. Here. Squeeze in. And there we go. Relax. Stretch here. It's called the raptor.
Girls, you gotta cut your nails for that.
Yeah.
Giselle, Emily said she'd sign up for a full week next year.
How does that feel? Oh, okay.
Good job.
It's interesting. I've never thought of the not rotating. Is there, like, biomechanically, is there a certain angle that we should reach without having to
Yes, basically you're supposed to be.
all the way up without rotating?
Because when you're rotating, you're just open. You reach here.
Yeah.
And basically, you're supposed to move at least that far. You're used to it because in your movements, you usually.
I mean, yeah,
Go
we typically
down,
want to
so-
have rotation from
Yeah.
loading. Yeah. Interesting. Cool.
I like it. Thank you, everyone.
Anybody has any other questions?
That's
The raptor, was that your?
The rapture. That's my favorite.
Is
That's
that
how you call
these
it.
fingers?
Yes.
That was beautiful. They move so fast. I couldn't figure it out.
Basically,
Ah, okay.
fire and air.
Ah.
Great. Any other questions? Did we take a bathroom break? Yeah? Okay, so we can come back in 10, 15 minutes.
Like some different.
Stand
I guess taking from some backgrounds to try and get really all directions into body difference and what I've got.
It's not tricky.
Here, but
It needs more time. If you want to do work here, you can do. Basically, you can just
It's like the structures that is.
you can release it from, you're going down from the finger, one line, until you're really the sun here. Like, let's imagine this is the sun, and it's radiating to each finger. And usually when I'm working something like this, I don't like just to work on one line of the finger. I try to work 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, the inner area here, because this is what we're working on. Here, this is good to give some release. While you're warming up, you want to do a little bit of this, to relax your client. This is something extra you can do. But really, when you want to work, you want to try to work along where the problem is itself. So you start
We're in Canada.
pressing.
I'm from Abou, down here in the winter, and it's Spain.
Can you feel it?
Perfect setup.
Voila.
Again, I felt it here. I'll leave a little bit. Couple of breaths. Stay there, please. Feel the radiation.
Yeah, this year I got a multiple injuries.
Overstretching.
No, same pressure. I can press much more, but I don't need to. Depending on the body. No. Like, basically, yeah, you gotta feel it. You get used to it. But basically, you press and I can actually feel it releasing now over my finger. And I think you can start feeling that it's hurting less and less, right? And you can feel like some sort of heat radiating down to your heel.
Almost $2,000.
And I want they can do this, so I can get pressure.
What doesn't admit the body?
Stretching you over, seeing you more. Stretching from this side, I'm triggering from this side. Like I'm saying,
And then what
stretch
is
on one
it?
side, trigger on one
And then
side.
this it's an exemption rule, like, basically, maybe money's a, my dad has done this also, right? It's just a lift that they did this year, trying to increase tourism.
Or the knee.
I think it's.
So when you want to work on the knees, you're working it on the top, which is
Yeah.
the bone.
It would almost be easier, always be cheaper.
So basically, one of our first trigger points.
Yeah.
is
And
underrated.
then mentally.
Your house,
Uh-huh.
and I really need to show my face because I paid for it, I changed the date like twice. So it would be great if, in this gap that we have between the merge to Chiang Mai and the boat,
Uh-huh.
I could have just just go there.
You'll have, because I don't think it'll take more than an hour to get in town. It should be like 40. Like, I don't know what traffic is in the middle of the day, but you have till like 2 to 3 to show up to the temple. I'm telling everybody too, but I think Kenneth was arranging.
Oh yeah, I heard that too.
I was part of the party.
Drumming?
Drumming, okay. Like, not after the karaoke, yeah. Downstairs. It was fun.
It was not karaoke, it was somebody.
So if we drop
No.
Party.
Yeah, the drums.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm right upstairs here, and I heard it as well.
Yeah.
So I was awake until they stopped, but I'm not that ready to go.
Okay, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, and you're staying at nature. Where are you staying?
Probably
Giant? Okay, good. Alright, so we're all going to some pet market. I think my last time we were at Edgardo. Do you know where Edgardo's staying?
No, he told me he's close to where he's going to study next week.
We're gonna
Okay.
do animal things.
And rolling.
The temple. Kind of
Okay.
south, but in the old city, yes, but he doesn't seem to be worried at all about going or not.
No,
He's
it's
really
gonna
lucky
be-
like there.
Really?
Yes,
Oh,
it's like-
so you just came up with one bag for
I think so.
your.
Edgardo doesn't seem to worry about very much.
Yeah, true.
It just doesn't show. So we got the
be honest, we're a little bit short, maybe.
Yeah, we need a taller
Tall.
person to.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
for a
So
second.
I-
I still have to stand on a chair.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, good. So,
Who's missing? Ricardo, Joe?
Ricardo, Joe.
Come on, Joe.
That lady,
Marisol. Oh, Marisol.
Oh, wait, the next one.
We're supposed to be.
Lada left, Mary left.
We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, who's the 10th? We're counting 10 to get into the next. And should all be here.
Angel is 8, 9 is Marisol, 10 is Ricardo.
hey,
I
Dwight.
got it, Joe and myself are missing, so that's 3 and we are 7.
Oh, so this is not that.
Ricardo, Joe, 7, and we're 7? Yeah.
We did
I
get ourselves.
probably count myself. Okay, good. All right, so we know what time. So welcome.
Good morning. Well, we've been doing a lot of yoga in the morning, so we decided today we'll do some dynamic stretching. This usually wakes up the body, activates everything, opens up the hips, opens up the legs, shoulders, etc. And since we're basically moving quite soon, we're not going to stay, so this will help us to kind of wake up, get energized a little bit. So let's go. Stand up.
Dynamic walk, you said?
Stretching. Moving all the time. So we're going to start by putting the right knee up. As much as you can, just don't push it up. Just let it go. As much as it goes. And switch legs. And now both feet, one right and left.
Better out than in.
Right, now we're gonna kick up, keeping the leg straight as much as we can. Just
I'm so ready
Keep
to
your
get out
leg
of this place. My fault.
same
I'm
leg.
done.
Two.
I did enough exercise for this morning. I don't do cardio for this evening.
Sign me up for the Cape Cod. Is that run they do?
Marathon.
Not if you want me to join you next year, my friend. Falmouth Road Race?
Denise was telling me about that.
Mm. Yeah, no, I'm good. I've walked that route for my dad.
You can walk it. Walk around and walk in.
I'll come cheer you on. Go, Giselle!
Right foot, left foot, both feet. One.
What's the video?
Hmm?
What's the camera? Oh.
There's the excellent on the back.
Good. There's an opening. Stand up, open, and down. backwards. Take care of your hips. Keep it slow. Up, keep it straight, open, and down. Not this. Down. We're not doing it back.
It took a while for it to come up though. I'm like, God damn it, my last day and I got a cold shower. But I waited like 20 minutes and I'm like, I am not taking a cold shower.
Run forever. Yeah.
Something you guys are familiar with?
Why?
Get in your downward dog.
Took a while.
I'm sure she turned the switch off.
Now we're just gonna
Oh, maybe.
lunge
The
up
midnight is not.
with the right leg.
Yeah, it's the first pigeon. Oh, it's not a pigeon.
And back. Good.
It's like a morning dove.
Yeah.
It's a partridge, like partridge family.
Yeah, partridge.
Make sure your knees above
When
your
we were in the
ankle joint.
jungle, I saw an amazing hawk. I didn't get
Oh,
it on
yeah.
camera though. I was so good. The wingspan was amazing.
It's rare to see nice birds. I mean, I know they're all over the place, but they're so well hidden.
Now, right and left. One, two.
These are Lululemon pants you have on?
Yeah.
Cool. One of those, they make pants like that. Do they make it for girls too, or just guys?
I make them for girls.
Huh, I had to get myself a pair of those.
Yeah, they're great because I can wear them out as well.
Right. My daughter works for Lululemon, so she gets an amazing, just 50% off. This sweater, like she gave me for Christmas.
Sweet.
And
Yeah, so she can definitely hook you up.
I mean, I can get a discount because I'm a teacher, but she gets a better discount.
Nice and warm.
Warming up?
I'm warm.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweat. Could you please sorting it out? I saw a note somewhere that
He put it.
involves-
Oh, I put it.
he's the one who put it.
It's this one here.
I think when we're in
But thank you
Coachella,
for
we
carrying
go
it.
over neck, it should be fine.
Oh, I'm supposed to be
Now we're
right.
good.
It's the move.
Keep our legs straight.
I walked into, I was fine last night when we were doing karaoke. I walked into my room and it was immediate. Wheezing.
Bring it outside.
Come on.
4, 5, 6.
And I'm better today than I've been all week, so.
Uh-huh.
Look inside. Open. Keep it closed. Now the other leg. And put your leg down and find your balance. Right. Kick it in. Oh.
I've come to cheer you guys on. Go team, go. Go team. I was never a cheerleader. I was
Our cheerleading
Did you used to
squad.
be a cheerleader?
Our
No
cheerleading
way.
squad.
Do I look like a cheerleader?
Yeah.
Come on. I was a
Your
different.
blonde hair.
When you're like a little blonde and tan.
Your blonde, you have blue eyes. How do you eat on the
Totally look
compounds?
like a Baywatch baby.
Alright, so let's try that. One with the right, one with the left. And one, put down, switch.
I was the party cheerleader. I brought all this after stuff.
Ah. Popular one. These muscles are very underneath the ice.
This is
Very good.
And this is why. And this is why we're activating.
My back is hurting.
You need a massage?
Yeah, we're gonna need a massage, all of us.
Can I ask you a question? So Caroline is keeping her feet parallel, but Ramy, yours is at an angle.
Kind of.
That's the way it is. We show different options.
What's the right way though? Like,
There is no right way.
oh,
Standing up is just how you're used to
So
it.
you're just activating the.
Basically, you're just activating this, like, just releasing it from here. This is pulling from here, and then doing a stretch. But here you gotta keep your leg closed. This is the important, because I don't want to go like this.
But it's easier if you're
It is,
external
but
rotation,
we're,
but that's
we're
what
working on
you're tending.
different muscle. Here we're working more on,
If it was in
When you're
Caroline, but her
opening-
foot is straight.
they're
What do you
changing.
mean, like this? This foot is like
Your
this?
standing foot.
This one? Ah, yeah, depends. Mine, yeah. You mean like this, his foot is like this, my foot is like this?
Yeah, my foot is a little bit on
Yeah.
the animal.
Yeah.
Depends on your
Degrees with
balance.
This is more balanced for me.
She plays jiu-jitsu at the taekwondo, so our stance are a bit different. Their stance
Thank
is
you for
different.
noticing.
Their stance is different than our stance.
Like, technically, you could even
Patty's
have
gonna
your foot
analyze
out
all of
more
our
this way.
postures, since we don't have mirrors. You be our mirror.
Right, so let's go. Down.
I just wanted to know what.
Now, it's like we're gonna go into a crow, but we're not doing it. So we're just gonna swing. Go. And down.
I hear movement.
And the arm, activate the wrists.
Like with all the mess we together.
Yep.
Where did these humans come from?
The green ones are work from here. Don't forget to take a mat each before you leave.
You're still gonna, you left us a lot though.
You can even take two, what does matter?
No, we're gonna bring him to
We
the
can-
monk.
Don't leave it to someone.
We're gonna bring him to the monk,
Your friend from the.
my friend.
Right? Did you,
Yeah.
did you reach out to him?
No, just, I'm sure they're not gonna say no if we just walk over and say, here you go.
All right.
And if they can't use them, I'm sure they know a school
How's
that
everybody
can.
feeling?
True.
All warmed up? Open? Cool. So, we're gonna pair up. Grab with her, please. Well, let's just show what we're gonna do first. Start with even switch. So basically here, we're just gonna down, switch. Again.
Oh, that's like a kind of training exercise for your knees.
This is to work on your warrior pose.
You know, the version on the ear. Make sure you get the neck.
So we're putting the hand around the neck. Not here, not here, not again. This is gonna hurt. Just bottom of the neck. Alright? Every time you switch
Yin
it.
yoga. It'll help you do
You
it.
know that's just slow motion.
Basically, we're just
Here comes the sun.
I have some food to
bump into each other while we switch.
Nice.
I walked
And
into the
switch
wall,
legs.
Oh yeah.
took it from all different angles.
On this other side here.
It'd be better if you open first and then you lay down the other one. No, switch arms. Switch them and again on the neck.
I was too late for it.
Down.
Good that it, you two are together and us are together, because you guys don't have experience in those two too.
What?
So, I was saying it's good that these two appear together, because they don't have experience, but you two do, so.
We're just dancing. I don't have any experience doing it at all.
Push it.
We're not trusting Genevieve too much.
Somebody's getting competitive.
Their warrior side is taking over. Their warrior side is taking over.
Okay.
Okay, let's sit down. Deep breath. Gonna open the feet, activate the hips a little bit so they'll cross. A little bit faster. Yeah. More. More. Okay, girl.
Go slow.
Start slowly and pick up the speed gradually, as much as you can. Don't push yourself.
So? Anywhere? Okay. Just take care of your shoulder. Yeah. And this side. This way. Rotate your lower back. As much as possible. Perfect.
Look at you picking up speed, Val. We didn't even say it yet.
Pick up the speed as you feel comfortable, but tell your partner so they're still in sync.
I will follow you. I know.
Try to reach a little further, as far as you can. If your feet are too easy, get on first. Yeah, there you go. And stretch, 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 stretch. Activate here, activate the lower back muscles. Stay moving. You can.
This one I can't, but
As much as you can. Go. This is how we activate the muscles here. And take a breath.
That's a new martial art.
Also going to be activating the second area with the lower back. We're going to be, would rather if you hold it like this, because if you hold it like that, there's no stress on the shoulder. So let's try to keep it horizontal, much easier. All right? Pull each other.
So one has arms crossed and the other one back.
Same.
Yeah. Both have arms crossed. Oh, yeah. No kidding.
I did. So, go.
I could go like that.
Now you're not crossed. So she's pulling
So there's
me,
just one
I'm pulling her. We're also working on the lower back muscles here on the sciatic area. Activating, strengthening. And the other side. Try to do 5 from one side and 5 on the other. Keep it balanced. Go. One cross, one out. There you go.
you both have it.
We were just talking about that. We were just talking about that. Pull her towards you. Yes.
So sitting bones are supposed to stay on the floor?
Yes. We're activating. Working the muscles. Around the sciatic, strengthening the lower back.
Relax your shoulders, huh? Relax your shoulders. My shoulders are I don't even notice. Don't even notice I'm stressed.
So change
Other side. You can see Val, she's just like a rag doll. You're like, I'll be a rag doll.
When you do
That's
5, try to go 5
better.
on the other side, try to keep it balanced.
There you go, Val.
because I have
Is that better? Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna be like that. I'll just let her twirl me.
Basically, yeah, you're supposed to let her pull you.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
She's pulling you, you're pulling her.
Oh, momentum. Oh, I'm busy.
Let's do 5 on one side and 5 on the other.
One time or?
No.
how to get stoned early morning.
Yeah.
How to get stoned. We're
We're gonna go one side crossing, and then now we're working, stretching the muscles, activating the scapula and the side from here. So 1, 2. All right, let's go. Basically, you can't be better paired than this.
Your next one looks very comfortable, girls.
Oh, gosh.
Yes, try to keep your arms straight and kind of trying to get
What's
over.
my next one?
Working on this side. From the
That's my next
scapula, all
one.
this.
I have 2 long arms, maybe I should.
Yeah, grab your elbows. Yes, excuse me, sir. Yes.
Oh, so we're supposed to keep our neck, engaged. I thought we were supposed to flop like a
Ragdoll.
I was doing it on purpose. Okay, your neck is supposed to
Just look at their
aligned. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Better, Patty?
So you shouldn't be to your chest, no, it shouldn't be, right?
Should we like looking at each other, right? Are we looking at each other?
Yeah.
Can do.
You can do a lion's roar.
One boing, one
Boing.
boing. I can't look at me.
They found a way to use it. Boy. To use the line or this, I guess they found a way.
Boing.
Good job, girls.
6, there you go. You still have the animals in motion, and we have a couple of things to do as well. So, same position. You're gonna get into tabletop and then go down. All right? Just do 2 10 of these. Work the lower back. 1, 2.
Together.
Yes. You don't need to go more than 90 degrees. 10. Now, from here. 1, 2. Raising your buttocks up. Looking. 3, 4. Raise it up. And now the other leg. And now one leg into the other. One.
I should say both legs.
Go for it. Both legs and both arms.
There go your ass. Do shake and bake that way.
All right. Nice. Position. And now we're just gonna roll with our butterfly position. On the feet.
Are you
Down.
supposed to give action?
Yes. On the feet. Circle. And down.
You can circle.
You can circle around. Just move, whirling, twirling, twirling.
It's like laughing yoga.
Really? They do this?
Yeah. They do it for that.
No, roll all the way up until your and then you roll on your shin,
Timothy got moved.
I don't think so.
your momentum. Use your body. Circle around. Yes, there you go.
Go Genevieve, go Genevieve, go Genevieve. Okay.
Find your center. Use your body. Just walk it around.
Beautiful magic carpet.
Oh, yeah, this would be pretty.
But you're not getting your core workout.
Go. Ah, yeah, this is fun. Go. This is like a new Thai massage move. A new hip opener.
You see,
Now you're circling. Okay, then you have to step on my legs and then.
Oh, we can do it together.
Oh, no, you're gonna break my legs. This isn't fun, I think. So, but seriously, guys, this is a new Thai massage move. No, it's really good.
But keep your legs engaged, so you roll this way, and then on the front side, and then the back side. Front side.
Let's do back rolls.
Yay!
So, let's breathe a little bit. Go down to some animal locomotion.
Oh, let's do the integrated Thai massage move. No? With the side.
Oh, yeah. So, one partner stand up, one sitting down. Okay, do that for me. Well, she's going to switch with me. So, like the move that we did before. Now we're going to work her legs. So it's like moving her inside and you can use this leg to kind of balance yourself. Center your foot,
And make it
lay
right.
back this way. You're standing now. In and out. In and out. In and out.
This is a new yin time. This is also a new Thai massage.
And try to relax so your leg is swinging.
Up to her partner.
The standing person is.
And basically, I'm using her foot to keep myself in balance. So I'm laying back a little bit, opening, closing.
It's a similar pose to what I do to my clients.
Oh, you do that as well?
And then I walk on like.
I just broke my ankle.
Broke my barber's ankle.
Just throw me.
She does it double. I'm holding my balance.
She's not using her other foot to balance her body. So if you're comfortable, you can go for this. I was like showing the one where you're using her foot to support yourself.
Oh, this is fun.
Usually when you're ready to class, you do push-ups. Morning. Morning. Good? She's good there.
That was good, though. I think you're going to understand that.
Something tells me.
So don't worry about that.
Du coup, tu te balances, tu peux utiliser ton pied. Pour garder ta balance, tu peux rester sur la suite.
papá.
No.
¿Qué hago para?
No, pepa. Sempre pegajoso. Yes, and try to open it.
Oh, that's not nice guys.
I think you guys hang more for my foot.
Just como that.
Vamos con.
You don't have to hold the leg with both your hands, so you can
Out.
keep your balance.
There goes up.
Because the pool also.
My quads are stronger than my adductor. My quads are stronger than my adductors, that's why I'm able to keep my balance this way. And my gluteus medius are weak and my adductors are weak. So there we go. This is my modification.
But it works. Unless they're trying to strengthen.
Actually, you want to.
Yeah. This is good for me. I have no strength in my gluteus medius. Human Nautilus machine.
Get your leg work out.
Yeah.
Play God, lay down.
Yeah, like see? Barely.
Partner down and let's go for some more promotion.
Thank you.
King Kong.
Magic footwork.
Let's start with the elephant. Alright, so everybody, we're gonna do some animal locomotion. So let's try to use the whole mass to like circle around so we don't bump into each other. Alright, start on 4 feet. Not easy. Now the first one we're gonna do, it's called the elephant. We're lifting up the hand and the foot on the same side. So we're basically shifting our weight on one side, lifting up and coming down. Just the same as we're doing palming. Same concept, but so we're shifting one side and the next. Working the core, working the arms, working the legs. So we'll do circles. Go.
Make sure you make the elephant noise. See, I told you I was a good cheerleader. I used to do this with my kid yoga when I taught kid yoga.
This is what I give them at taekwondo classes for kids, like
Yeah.
6 years old.
Yeah,
so they're
they
working.
used to do that.
Yeah, then you're gonna lift up the trunk and let it out.
They love it. And they used to jump like a frog.
Exactly. Doing the duck, doing the frog, doing the crab walk. We're
I
gonna do
used to
some of
make
that
them
too.
do like the fish swim on their belly.
I never tried this one.
Well, because it was a floor, so they had the
Yeah, we have mats. So, yeah, but I
They
never
would
thought
build
about
up their arms and core.
it. Shoulder opening
Yeah.
up, quads. Yeah, that's a good one. I'm using it.
In the circus.
You guys like some bananas?
You guys
I
want
want
some
bamboo.
Like some bamboo?
Some peanuts?
Bananas! That's what I
Alright,
asked.
breathe
You want some
in. We're
bananas?
gonna take a minute to rest. Then we're gonna get back in the same position, but this time we're going to be using cross. So we're gonna use this hand, this foot. This is what we call the giraffe. Whenever you guys are ready. Did you get it?
You can be my co-cheerleader. Come on.
Coach assistant. You hold the clipboard.
What is a giraffe? What sound does a giraffe make?
That's a camel.
A giraffe will do that too.
Maybe.
Yeah, let them check.
It's got a big tongue, so I don't know, probably.
And a llama
Together,
spits
yes,
it.
there you go.
Yeah,
Activating
yeah.
the core muscle.
We won't be doing the llama today.
We really, really need that.
We won't be doing the llama today. It works.
It works.
All right. Good job.
All right, take a breath.
How much longer you people up? We just did a giraffe.
All right, take a breath. We're gonna go for the crab walk. So,
Do you remember when you were like grade 1 and we used to have to do this race? And then you would come back and then the other one was the potato sack race. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
so we're gonna basically
Reminds me of that.
in your tabletop position. Keep your arms, hands, should I say, open backwards, activating the wrists. Keep this up, activating the lower back and the core, and we walk backwards. Come on, let's do it.
Walk sideways. This is the other. This is Asia. This is how they work here. In Europe, they go the other way.
You guys should stand at one side and have a grab yours.
Crash is imminent.
Let's try to spin on one side.
Crab's falling in love. Oh, not a crab! What a busy beach! Come on, Joe.
Uh-oh, be careful.
Again,
Beep,
brace
beep,
yourselves.
Oh, this is another move.
Resting crab.
Let's
Resting
fight.
crab.
Crab fight. This actually makes it easier. Oh yeah, we can sway.
Who's gonna go forward? Who's gonna go backwards?
Synchronize yourselves.
Actually, this is a really cool move.
Synchronize
Do
yourselves.
you feel it? Like in your
Yeah.
wrist and it rests your neck.
Crab on the beach.
Can you in the shower?
All right. Now we're
You
gonna
need
go.
help this time.
You're getting it cold.
All right, start. Back straight. We're gonna be using the quads and the hamstrings. This is what we call the duck walk.
That one.
Come on. You can do that. You're not using
Yeah,
your
I
shoulders. Not using your shoulders.
I know.
There you go.
Not a duck.
This is better. This is easier.
Is that not like a chicken like that? And this is why. And this is why.
You call me a chicken.
Yeah. Listen up those voice cords. Don't think it don't go that way.
A lion duck.
That's a crossbreed.
GMO. This is called a snake.
so both hands on the ground. This position. We're gonna. This monkey. The monkey. There you go. Come on. Let's go. Monkey fight!
Gorilla.
That's not a monkey, right? If it's painful on your knuckles, you can also go on your left hand side.
Let's do that cockroach.
The cockroach.
Very good. The cockroach stuck with the back in there.
You know, when they're stuck, they do it in December. Goki Buri Taiso.
Goki Buri Taiso?
Yeah, we eat cockroach and Taiso.
Huh?
8.
8 what?
PM, AM.
Oh, okay.
Winner.
Breakfast.
All right.
I thought you wanted us to do 8 more. I'm like,
Oh, you can't come together and play the monkeys. That's up to you.
okay.
Yeah.
Play for monkeys. Play for monkeys.
I'm a baby. I don't know how to walk yet.
Are you a massage monkey?
A massage monkey?
Yeah. You know, they kind of take I like the one where they take things out of
Thanks, you guys.